Hello everybody, ScootFish here, and welcome back to Digimon Links. As promised, I'm coming at you all with your strongest versus strongest event guide, whatever you want to call the things that I do when the event's already popped, and I have gotten to run it a little bit more, so I've got a little bit more of a video to go over for you guys, much less with me being late and Coliseum started and whatever, but we'll go over that. So, strongest versus strongest has begun, and this is going on until the 6th. Very short little event, kind of strange that they're doing it like that. This is a data byte event in which you're exchanging your bytes for fragments after you've won them, but this one is a little bit weird. So, there is only a hard and expert difficulty, much less the fact that in each wave you face megas, and they have different type advantages, type weaknesses, stuff like that, so it's a little bit more of a difficult quest thing to do, but they don't change and their weaknesses don't change, and I'll go over all that here in a second. But the megas you're going to face are Ravenmon, Kazuamon, Sakuyamon, and Banco Leomon. And to add even more strangeness to how this one rolls, there is an occasional third wave break-in that can happen to where you have Sasanumon or Gaomon, and they will break in on that third wave, not being the extra stage wave thing that we're going to go over here in a second, but they are guaranteed to drop fragments if they break in on that wave. And I haven't had any of them come into the third wave, either of those guys come into the third wave, so that seems to be kind of the rarer thing to happen. An extra stage will appear for a limited time, and it's supposed to be only once a day. Now, time zones have had this a little bit messed up, and at my time of recording this, we have already seen 2. It's actually 1, and I'm going to have to check here to make sure it didn't pop again. Anyway, point being that it is randomly timed and you have to keep an eye out for it. We were trying to figure this out yesterday, and after talking to some members of the group that I'm in and going on with today what's gone on, it does pop at different times. And I just realized that I said that a little bit confusingly. So there is a extra quest section that pops within the actual strongest versus strongest quest area, and you'll see when it's live that that's popped. And during that one, you can also have extra stages pop up to 4 times, I believe I read on Growlmon.net. There was supposedly an occurrence of 6 times, but it hadn't been confirmed. Yesterday, I actually had Metal Edamon pop 3 times after I did the extra stage, and it took forever. I hate that Metal Monkey Bastard right now. But when you beat them, they are guaranteed to drop bytes and 1 data fragment. And when that limited time quest section pops, it's only for an hour. So let's talk about the boosts that you can give yourself during this. Now, if you guys did the New Year's capture and got Jessamon or Genkumon, they actually have a ×2 to their defense and special defense. I still don't get the ambush thing. But yeah, if you got those are definitely going to give you help in this, because they're going to be hitting a lot harder, especially if you get one of the chips on. And I kind of like what they did with the chips this time. So, these chips, as we thought, are not only attack up chips, but they will also increase the amount of data bytes that drop. Super helpful and really nice to not have to buy 2 separate types of chips for one event. Speaking of the chips, the chip capture is also going on. You know there's a chip capture with most of the events as it is, so you were expecting one. But this one is also only going on till the 6th with the event. So, really strange how short it is, and I mean, if you're thinking about the amount of bytes that you have to acquire for stuff, I don't know. The bytes seemed generous yesterday, but it wouldn't be the first time that was the only day I got a good drop amount, so we'll see. Per usual, 1 in 10 is guaranteed to be one of the event chips, and like I said, these not only increase your attack and special attack, but also the ability to get more bytes. As I mentioned, there's a New Year capture, and that is where you're going to get Genkumon or Jessamon. This is going on till the 8th, so a little bit longer. And this time 1 in 10 is guaranteed to be a mega. I know that with Alphamon, that I thought that it was a normal 1 in 10 guaranteed, and it actually wasn't. So I apologize to anyone that I misled on that one. That was not my intentions. Keep in mind though that along with Jessamon and Genkumon, you also have the possibility of getting Justimon or Boltmon, so there's some trash ones thrown in. Now we can go over the quests a little bit. So, as I said, they do have megas for each wave with different resistances, but the weaknesses don't actually change between each difficulty, and it is only expert and hard difficulty that's available. But the way they've done it has actually kind of toned it down from how hard it could be, in my opinion, because it's not like they're super strong megas in the first place. Now, they do gain some extra resistances, but like I said, they don't change, so you're still able to take advantage of the same type weaknesses. Those being Electric, Abyss, Bright, and Grass. Now, Grass actually isn't as big of a deal because of the fact that that is Ravenmon's weakness, and he isn't really a super huge threat. He has an AoE attack that doesn't do a ton of damage, and if you have strong enough megas, fully leveled megas, they're probably going to take it anyway. The Light and Abyss are for when you're facing Kazuamon and Sakuamon, which are together, and the Electric is for when you're facing Banco Leomon. So you get way more from the extra quest that pops when it does, the limited time one, especially when extra stages go down. And I will go ahead and throw some of that footage up here for you guys. It's worth the grind, but oh my gosh, Metal Edamon is so annoying because all he does is sit there and stun and make it last longer regardless of how much damage you're doing. And he's pretty freaking good at sponging, so he takes some damage. And you get varying plugin types for rewards as well, so it's kind of cool for farming. I mean, it's good for farming fragments, obviously, but, plugins. Another pro tip that I'd like to throw in as well, and you guys don't see it from me nearly as much, but if you have a neutral Digimon that can do some decent damage, say it's Awakened, something like that, you put chips in, they're going to do more damage. It's always going to be doing the same consistent amount of damage across all of the Digimon that you face, so that is definitely a valid method to go about this. PvP also opened back up yesterday, and you guys know that I am getting in on that because I want those Mutant Hercules Kabuterimon fragments. I have already got my Shine Greymon back around to Rise Greymon, Awakened +1 right now, but I am short on fuel after doing all those Digivolves, and the Fire plugin day is done, so I might be held up on that a little bit. Luckily, I already put together a little bit stronger of a team than last time so that I can have just that much easier of a time doing it, because, well, the 5,000 to 2,000 range is the last range worth holding for any reason, really. And like I said, today's video would be pretty much a voiceover, so I did end up doing my chip capture yesterday, and I'd say that I made out alright. In one pull, I got 2 C chips. That's good enough for me. I'm just happy to have chips because, like I've said before, I totally notice the difference when I've got chips compared to when I don't and how many bites I get. I know that when it comes to multiplayer, which I still need to cover with you guys, that a lot of players don't like to play with C-chip users, but just keep at it, guys. You'll get in there, don't worry. Free-to-play life can be hard, but it can be worth it. That casual grind has its benefits. But I think that about does it for all the event info, guys. Sorry again for the late vid. It is actually a little later than I intended. I had to drive probably a total of 300 miles in crap weather and snowy roads and stuff like that yesterday, so needless to say, I got home a little too late to get it done, but I got right on it this morning, much less on it to find out if the event time had any sort of schedule to it for that extra stage that pops, which it doesn't. But make sure if you all found this helpful, informative, to like, comment, subscribe, that YouTube stuff down below. Hell, share if you're feeling a little bit frisky. The channel could always use a little bit of help. Alright guys, thanks as always, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace!